I'm live. Howdy, everybody. It's Cheri, and I'm at the studio. Happy Monday to everyone. I hope you are doing well. Hopefully, any of you who are in the path of the snowstorm in the United States, I hope you are doing well. Trying to get the shine off my forehead. Look, it just gets worse. How are you all I hope you had a good weekend. I hope you all had a good weekend. Did you see I started another blanket project? Guys, all I can think about is crocheting this stinking blanket. It's going so fast, though. It's going so fast. I didn't bring it with me to the studio. Or what am I going to do with this light? Or I should have, because it's crocheting up very quickly. Just doing half double crochets. I really like it. And I have to tell you, I was never really a lover of chenille yarn. If you don't know what I'm talking about, I think it's still probably in my story, but it's a cover story yarn from Lion Brand. And it's like a ginormous cake. It's like 540 something yards of, I bought 3 of them. I don't know that I'll need 3 of them, but I want to put a border around it, so I may. So it's kind of pricey though. I mean, I don't know, relatively for chenille yarn, but it was on sale for like $24. A big cake. I know that sounds insane, but it's like, it's the size of the Addy, like the size of the Addy. Like it's that big. No joke. It's so huge. So yeah. So I can't wait to like work on it later, but I've got a meeting tonight, and so I might have to stay up late and crochet. But I'm excited to crank today. I should be using Premier yarn, but I still want to kind of play around with some of them that I have, but they're sitting over here in this box, like yelling at me. They're yelling at me to like do something with them. Did you see how pretty that yarn is, guys? It's so pretty. The color fusion. It reminds me of Ice Yarn's Magic Light, but it's nicer. But part of me thinks it might be the same yarn. Like, I think because all the yarn, it looks like from Premier. I know I'm kind of babbling about yarn. I'm like, I was cleaning up my yarns before I came on live, and all I can think about is yarn right now. But it's all made in Turkey, and that's like where all the ice yarns come from. So I think it's probably all the same manufacturer. This is my thinking, but I'm really loving the quality of all of it. It's so nice. It's so nice. And I looked, and there's lots more I want to get, which is really, really bad. So anyway, but today we're not using the Premier yarn, although it's screaming at me from the box on the floor. And if you didn't see me unboxing that, I posted a video on YouTube and I shared it on Facebook. You can go back and watch it. You can see the pretty colors. But we're just going to use my leftover Lion Brand Heartland yarn. And we're going to do I want to do like a toddler hat. So we're going to do a 50-50. So I have these I want to do it so it's like not brimless, I'm thinking. So I'm thinking 50-50. I think we're going to do 100 rows. I think that should be okay. We'll see once I get into it if it looks like it is. And then if you want to know the science behind how many rows to do, it's called guessing. No joke. Unless you want to do a gauge, which you can do. Probably that would be a smart idea. That takes time. I'm lazy, so I'm not going to do that. But yeah, you could do that. And once you get used to certain yarn and you use it all the time, like how many rows to do and like fit and all that stuff. But it's really kind of, guys, it's kind of a guessing game a little bit, because if it's not a yarn you've used before, then you don't know, and you can ask somebody else. But you got to know if it was the 46 pin or the 48 pin. And then you got to know whether they have a tension guide or they're hand tensioning. If they're hand tensioning and the tension guide, everybody's tension can be different. So they might say, do 145 rows with that yarn, and you'll have the perfect size hat. And I say, baloney to that, because there's too many variables. So it's kind of like everybody always asks me all the stinking time, how many rows? How many rows? How many rows? And I'm like, oh no, I just kind of guess. That's what I've been doing all along. I kind of can eyeball it a little bit for the fit. I kind of can. I can kind of, I've tried on enough of my hats that I've made. I can look at the tension and know if it's looser tension or if it's tighter tension. I don't know. I don't know how else to like, I wish I could make a guide that's like exact, but yeah, there's so many different variables, so I can't. Okay, so let's see who's here today. As I'm just like, and I don't even have coffee right now. I haven't had coffee for hours. Can you tell that I haven't had coffee for hours? Absolutely not. It seems like I had some just right now, but I'm a little tired, even though I was talking like 500 miles a minute. So I don't know. Claire, no, Lisa Whaley was the first one here to comment. So I have to say hello to Lisa. I almost skipped you, Lisa. I'm so sorry. Claire Noble is here. Everyone, hope safe. Yes, snowstorm is the snow here is almost gone, but I've been crocheting and staying warm, so all is good. I am so glad. I'm so glad. I'm so glad. And Lisa said that she saw the headscarf posted on Facebook. Claire, yes. Beautiful, beautiful. Talking about that. Wendy's here. Hello, Wendy. Hello, Wendy. Wendy says, good afternoon, all. Hope everyone is staying safe and warm. I'm staying very safe and warm. It's really just bright and sunny. The sun came out and I was like, whoa, today. That's the way it felt. I'm like, oh, the sunshine. It's so nice. Because in Michigan in the wintertime, it doesn't happen very often. And now that I don't live in a cave, I can actually see the sun when it's out. And so it's so excited about that. Brenda, hello. How are you? Missed this live while a dentist kills me. I'll catch the replay. Well, thank you for popping in. Hello on the replay. Thank you for watching it on the replay. I'm sorry you have to go to the dentist. Hopefully the dentist, when I read that, I'm like, the dentist kills me. That's all I saw. I'm like, I hope not. But I always feel that way when I go into the dentist. I mean, this might be my last time that I ever walk there because I hate it. I feel like I'm going to sit down in the chair and have a heart attack because it scares me because I don't like the dentist. So when I read that, that's all I saw. Dentist kills me. I know. Yeah. Okay. I'll stop. Sorry. Sandy Sanchez, good day to you. Spring is just, you know what, Sandy, it will be here before we know it. And I'll take a little bit more winter, but I packed away. I shouldn't say I packed away the Christmas tree. One of the youngest of the Bant children needed to earn some cashola. So we're like, yeah, work. God, you don't just get money. You have to do something for it. That's the way the world works, right? Yeah, except for some people. I don't think it's that way, but whatever. But anyways, so I'm like, God, dude. So he's the one that took down all the Christmas stuff, and he is working, doing some chores. But now it looks so bare. Like, I'm like, I don't like it. I need plants now, guys. I need some indoor plants. I have room for them. I never did before. I think some green in my house would be good. So if you're like a plant person, tell me what kind of plants that I won't kill. Because aside from aloe vera, which I like aloe vera, but, or like, I could do some little, what are they called? I don't know, succulents, but I managed to kill some of those ones too. Because I overwatered them. Yeah. I can keep children alive. In the past, I don't have a lot of track record with plants, but I think it'd be nice to have, like, where the tree was, like a big plant or something. I don't know. But then the cats, I don't know if the cats are getting it. I know I'm babbling. I'm so sorry. Okay, let's see. Wendy says that she's loving the cold weather. Reason to stay inside and clean. I don't think there's ever a reason to clean unless somebody's coming to your house. Just kidding. Just kidding. Wink, wink. But, yeah. I guess it gives you a reason to clean. When I'm stuck in the house, that isn't the first thing I think of, though. Not gonna lie. But yes, I'm glad you're enjoying the cold. Crafty Math Chick, Snowy Ohio. Everyone, hope everyone is safe and warm and has power. How are you faring in Ohio? Because I think are you in the, I know I was thinking about Megan and I see that she's down here. I see in my little things because I was thinking about it's going right across, and Karen. Because I know, like, I talked to Haley this morning, my daughter, and she's like, they're freaking out. There's like, the weather's kind of bad there. And so I don't know what that means for them, but she said they're not really good about cleaning off the roads in Pennsylvania. When she lived in what am I saying? New Hampshire, not North Hampshire. That's what I was going to say. When she lived in New Hampshire, they could get like 2 feet of snow and you could still go, they still have school because they're used to it. But I guess Pennsylvania, it seems like Pennsylvania would be used to it too. I don't know. Yes, Wendy, I can see your messages. And so can everybody else here, I think. Karen, how are you doing, by the way? Hope you're doing well, my friend. I only caught I only caught a portion. I had to run to the stinking store. 10 o'clock. I thought the Melaleuca thing was, and I know that I got on right when you said the thing. But I was on at like 10 Eastern and not Mountain. And then I was all prepped for that. And then I was disappointed when I didn't read. Because when you read, you know what's going on, but not me. But anyways, I watched part of it. It was really good. But I didn't get the part like new products, so I got to check that out. Because I had to go get food, and then I had to go to the store. So, Megan, how are you? How are you? As I'm looking at my cute little dude, he's staring back at me. Did you see he made his debut in my last video? Well, he was in another one, I think, too. And I think I'm just saying it's a he. It could be a she, but it's so stinking cute, and I love it so much. And it sits here right on my desk, staring up at me. All right, I probably should. Let me get cast on here. Let me do that, and then I can read some more of these. Let me do that, because otherwise I will not shut up, and then I won't. Yeah, you know how it goes. If you've been here before, you know how it goes. Okay, so let me get zeroed out here, and we'll get cast on. This machine, though, one of the reasons I'm using it, this was my original Addy, and it started kind of acting a little funky. Like it was not cranking. I could feel like in two spots. I could feel where it was not doing well, and it was not doing well with Heartland, which is like fantastic, and I never have issue with. So, Mr. Bant, the other night, I had taken this home. I was going to take a look at it, tear it apart, which I just do. I hate tearing them apart. I really do. Not going to lie. I hate tearing them apart. But he's like, hey, let me check that machine out for you. And he tore it all apart, and I have 2 teeth on my wheel. He found some pieces of plastic in there, and I have 2 teeth on my wheel that are like, they're not broken up, but they're sheared a little bit. And so I thought, well, I'm going to do it today with this, and we'll see how it does. I kind of tested a little bit. Seems all right, but I got to order. I contacted Addy, and then they gave me the information on who to contact, because I looked on, is it Maker's Mercantile? Is that what it's called? And they didn't have any of the gold rings, because I need a replacement gold ring. So Addy was super nice. They got back with me like next day, and they said, if you're in the States, it's yeah, I can't think of what the name is, but if you need the information, if you need it, I just scraped my hand. If you need the information at all on Addy parts, I can give you that contact person. I have not contacted them yet. It's like the distributor for the US side. Let me make sure this is good. Yeah, see, I can kind of feel it. I think it might be. We'll see how it's going to do. But it seemed like it was okay once he kind of cleaned it up a little bit and got those pieces out of there. Like it wasn't slipping or anything. So it should be all right. But I do need to get a new ring for it, because I think it's going to start being more of a problem. But I could actually feel the spots. Yeah, it's doing okay. I think it's doing all right. Seems to be okay. All right, we'll see. Dang it. Do you guys ever do that where you like scrape your hand on the little clamps? I do. Like and then I scrape my legs on them too. I need to put something on them. But see, I just scraped my hand. It hurts. Don't like it. Feels like a cat scratch. Kathy Williams, hello to you. Linda, how are you? Oh, it's really cold in Massachusetts. Brr. It's cold. Yes, it's been cold like everywhere. I did see where, oh, you're having technical issues. I'm sorry, Wendy. Technology. Megan says it snowed in Kentucky last night and won't stop till tomorrow. Whoa, it's going to be, yeah. Well, everybody needs to be safe. It sounds like it's a good time to craft. Dorothy Crocker, how are you doing, my friend? In sunny but chilly southeast Texas. And we have Pinto. Hello, Pinto, on Facebook. How are you? And Rhonda Seals, hello to you in Tallahassee, Oklahoma. And you're watching on the Facebook. And then we have Cheri Chase is here. Hello, Cheri Chase. This machine. The other thing is, my table is like a little warped, and it's bothering me. It's just a piece of wood, This is just like from Menards. Save big money at Menards. Yeah, that's where this is from. It's like a piece of aspen, I think, or something. And when I had it in the camper and I had it stacked with all the stuff, it kind of bowed a little bit. And so, yeah, there's that. But it bothers me. Because I don't know if you can see it, but the machine does this little thing because the back feet aren't sitting on it very well. So we're going to do 50 of the purple, 50 of the gray. But I'll see once I get to 50, we'll see how it is. Excuse me. Sorry. Connie, hello to you. Everyone's having a great day. Working on a ragdoll. Oh, the JoJo Juju pattern. I like saying JoJo Juju. If you haven't ever checked out JoJo Juju's channel, you should. Sarah, you're so funny. Happy Monday, said no one ever. They say it. They just don't mean it. Actually, it's not. I was dreading today because we were back to school, and I'm like, I don't want to be back to school. I don't want to do school. Kids got up okay, and we got started and got all. It went all right. I just didn't have enough time to do all the things. There's just not enough time in the day. I need more hours for crafting. This is my complaint. Yeah, did you, Wendy? Somebody posted that. Like a friend of mine posted that. She is a crochet artist, I should say, but she posted it, and I thought it was hilarious with the pizza dough. When I first saw it, I was like, "What's wrong with that yarn?" And I'm like, "Oh, Cheri, that's not yarn, that's dough." I thought it was kind of cute, or should I say, pretty? It wasn't cute. I'd eat that. Did you guys see that in the group? And I suppose that's just like what, a big standard wooden crochet hook. I don't even know what size crochet hook that'd be. It was kind of fun though. Cheri says warm here, 55 degrees. Megan says 27 in Kentucky. Yes, Rhonda, it's a huge cake. See, I can kind of still feel, like I can still feel it in the gearing. Yeah, I don't like the way it feels, guys. The machine. Yeah, I can feel it like right. I can feel those spots. Don't like it at all. Not at all. Not at all. So, but you know what? This is my original machine, and I've been using it for the workshops too. When did I get it? I got it in February. You know what? I got it February of 2023 is when I got it. So I think February 2023. I think that's right. February. So yeah, it's been a hot second. 23. Yeah, almost 2 years. So I suppose I wish I would have kept track of, like, I wish it was kind of like cars and it has, like an odometer. So not only would it count, it would also tell us like how many rows we've done on the machine. Wouldn't that be nice? Let's see who else is here. Cheri, hello, Cheri on the Facebooks. How are you doing? Cheri? Dorothy Crocker, I can't wait for my shipment to come in here. Oh, I'm telling you guys. Like, and I used the Premiere. I think, Dorothy, I think you order Premiere. I think that's what you're talking about. And I do have an affiliate for them now. So if you want to order from them and you want to help support my yarn addiction, that would be great. I can give you the link. A lot of times, guys, let me just tell you something. I have, like, if I have an affiliate, I don't go around posting. If you notice in comments, I will, if any of you have gotten a reply from me and a message with a link, that's how I like to do it. I don't want to just throw, like, I'll post them in the group, but on my page, like, I've had so many. I'm going to do a video on the containers, I think, because the carrying containers, I get so many questions for those. But Facebook frowns on just like shared affiliate links, even if you disclose them. They don't like it. And I want to keep them happy as much as I possibly can because I fought with them kind of. They didn't play nice with me in the beginning because of people turning me in and stuff for fake news, whatever. Because I had handmade on my hats. I'm glad those days are kind of, honestly. I still have lots of, it's humorous now. In the beginning it wasn't. But anyways, so if you would like, I do have a Linktree link somewhere. On my Instagram is the easiest place to find it. I need to put something on my website, but I think I'm going to be redoing my website soon. So that's my plan. So I probably should post something on there. But anyways, you can always shoot me a question. Probably best to email me. You can try me on Facebook Messenger, and sometimes I see it, sometimes I do not. So, but anyways, what I was going to say is I just have so many more that I want to get. Like, I want to try some of their cotton yarns because I only ordered acrylic yarn from them. And now that I started this chenille crochet project, guys, I would look at chenille stuff and I thought it was all right, but I wasn't like super, like, I wasn't drawn to like the look of something that's done in chenille yarn. And I've tried like a stuffed animal. I don't think I have it here. I have them here. And it was a chenille type yarn. And it was a bitch to crochet because you cannot see your stitches. You can't see them. So you have to feel. But now that I'm doing this blanket, I'm doing it like it's a beginner kind of. I'm only doing half double crochet and I'm going in between the stitches instead of looking for the stitches. So you can do it. It's like you can do it by feel because you can't see it anyways. But it just I don't know what I want to say. The touch of the chenille and then the repetitiveness of the crocheting. There's something very tactile about that is very like calming to me, more so than anything I've done in a long time. And I don't know what that like the feel of the chenille in my hand. I know you guys think I'm probably a lunatic, but it's absolutely, maybe I'm a little bit on the spectrum. I don't know. Who knows? But it just is very calming to me and almost even more so addicting. So then I was looking at other chenille stuff because I'm like, ooh, as long as I can do it easy and I don't have to look for my stitches. Like because that would be a pain in the ass, not gonna lie. But anyways, I just really, really like it. So with Premier, they have like, you can get a cone, I think of like, it's a 5-weight chenille and it's like 1,000 yards or something. And I thought, oh boy, that's bad. But if it's bigger, like the one I'm doing now, it's a bulky 6, then it does crochet up so fast. And that's very satisfying to see it like happen so quickly. Kind of like this, that same satisfaction. Can you hear the machine? Not really, like it's kind of not doing a great, it's not normal. I don't know if you guys can hear that or not on here. Like right in there. Right there. So there's a spot right before I'm going to have you guys see if you can listen. Right before I get to my black needle, like my black needles, and then almost directly across, there's 2 spots that have issue on the ring. And you can hear it. There's one. There it is. Could you hear it? You can actually hear, I don't know if it's kind of skipping over those gears or not. It's knitting completely fine. But any of you, if you're new, you will understand. You'll know, even like if you do this enough, I can almost hear when I get a tuck stitch too. Like if I have yarn that tucks, I can almost hear it because I can hear how the rhythmic stitching, and then it like makes a different sound. Does that sound crazy? Like on this machine, this specific machine, the handle broke off about just the handle, not the whole handle, but the little, this part, the round part. And before it happened, probably a week before it happened, I kept saying to Darren when we were doing stuff, I'm like, it's gonna break. I can hear it. It didn't feel different, but I could hear something different. And it did, it snapped. And then I had to order a new one. So then you're like, well, why are the Addies so good? Because they are. But they're plastic, so it'll wear out eventually. All right, let's see who else. Let me see. Hello, Tina Fletcher. Oh, Megan says it's going to be in the negatives in a few days, Wendy, and there is no oh no, that's not good. You know where we used to live in the lake area, that was like a seasonal place, so it didn't have a lot of insulation either. And the difference in where we live now and there, it's so nice to be warm. Before there were so many cold spots all over because we were losing heat like crazy. Plus it cost $1 million to keep that little place heated, and it's less expensive now with this bigger house. It's insane. Yeah, you be careful, Megan. Try to stay warm. Oh my gosh, and make sure your pipes don't freeze too. That's the big thing. Margot, hello Margot. My girls were over in Bay City area this past weekend. They went and saw my mother-in-law, and they did a little drive up the thumb. They're like, we went through Bay City. And then they went to Frankenmuth on their way back home, and they got me those little scissors. It was so cute at the woolen place, Frankenmuth Woolen Company or whatever. Oh, I wish I could see this. It's like smushing them together. It did that once before. I don't know why. I don't know why. Hello, Carla. How are you, Carla Crochet? See, Dorothy Crocker. What does it say? I'm missing conversation. I'm not seeing all of it. It's acting weird. Oh, there we go. Sorry to hear it, Sandra. I had some high winds with front coming through here yesterday. You be safe, guys. Thank you. Thank you so much, Sandy. I don't know why. Can you see that? How it's all like weird? Is it weird for you too? Do what Dorothy says. Thank you, Dorothy. I need some of that yarn, Amber says. Huh, that's weird. It just doesn't like me, Sandy. It doesn't like me at all. Okay, see, now I went too far. There we go. Okay. Hello, Kim. Megan says we had to go to the store earlier. We got stuck in the snow. Oh, no! Thank goodness it was in our driveway, then the road. Oh, that's stinky winky. Wendy doesn't even know where a snow shovel is. It might be on the bulk feeder. Lisa Whaley, I have a couple of those super soft blankets. They're soothing to me, and I know what you mean. Occasionally I find myself sort of penny. Yeah, that's it. I don't know. It's a tactile thing, I think. Tactile thing. All right, so we're almost to 50. Since we're doing let's see what that is. Just a little fuzzy, I think. Yeah. I'm gonna do a halvesy hat, little like toddlery hat. Okay, thank you, Sandy, thank you. Sarah Randall says I have one of those Karen anniversary cake, super bulky, 6-weight, has almost 1 kilometer yard, 955 meters. I think it is. I've made one hat out of that yet. Oh, that's, you know what? I think I saw where Rachel Gray I think she did a blanket out of one of those, I think. So those are really big too. Really big and fun. Oh, I gotcha. Gotcha, Sandy. Okay, let me get this 5 more in here and then we'll switch colors. Yeah, I definitely have to get the ring ordered, guys. Because it's not a fun cranky experience like I'm used to. It's not a fun cranky experience. It's a long tail. All right. All right, all right, all right. Okay, where is that? I did get a ton of yarn caked up, and I'm working on my wall out there. I'll have to share that. Because I have, let's see, I have the workshop in Ludington on Wednesday, but then next on Sunday, this coming Sunday, I have a 4-H group coming to the studio to make hats. So I'm excited about that. So I was trying to get things, I had to get things kind of tidied up. Talking about cleaning, that's my motivation. I got company coming. It's kind of the way I feel. Isn't that funny? Okay, so let's do, I think this should be good. I think we're good to do 100. So 50 purple, 50 gray. We'll see how it looks when we're done, right? So I just lay it in there, and then I'll tie it here in a second, or half tie it. Ooh, did you hear that? I got to get a new one. That was my gear, guys. It's slipping. Yeah, because it's not the yarn. Normally I'd say it's the yarn. It's definitely not the yarn. It's the gear, which is not good. So I will say, if you have like a Centro machine that does that a lot and you didn't have problems before and you're using the same yarn, there is the possibility that some of the gears are stripped, and that's what'll happen. Because on this, it's you know, I've got they're not completely gone, but they're sheared a little bit, because what I think happened is something broke. There was a little piece of something that broke in there, and then it got up in my gearing and it ate up some of those pieces. Sure, it's a little tight there, so we'll see how it does. I'll use it as my demo machine. I won't be doing lots of, for my workshops, I won't be doing lots of rows on it, so it'll be all right. But it is dropping okay, so it's knitting fine. It's just not cranking real nice. Yeah, it's gonna probably do it again too. I might weight it just to kind of give it some pull on there. Let's see if it keeps doing it. Not a pretty sound. Don't like it. Normally, I would tell you if your machine does that, stop. Don't keep going. But I already know that this one is kind of broken a little bit. So I'm not super worried about it because I'm going to get it fixed. The only thing I risk is the handle gearing could go. Like if I keep using it a lot, it could hurt my handle gears, if that makes sense. My handles gears. Let me see. Oh, I want to see. I see something. Amber, it's not Premier. It's Lion Brand Heartland. Kim loves Blue Star. Looking forward to finally using my machines and using some of the yarn, trying to organize my craft room. That's what I need to. You know, Margot, I have never, I drove through Frankenmuth, but the girls, they went and they're like, there is so much Christmas stuff. I'm like, yeah, that's what it's known for. I'm kind of going backwards on the comments here, guys. Crafty Math Chick says, I think Premier Yarns discontinued their Eversoft line. Bummer. It looked like it would crank well since it was a shiny yarn. I wonder why. I really liked it. I don't know. I don't know why people do that, because just like glowing from Hobby Lobby, I loved it. Glowing yarn be glowing, I loved it. But I will tell you, I haven't tried it yet. I do think, let me show you guys comparison. If you watched, here's the gray here. So I can pull, I don't think I have the dark one. This is I'm a little suspect how this is going to do, but see the sheen on this? This to me looks like this, doesn't it? It's a little different. This is a little squishier, so I'm not sure, but this is their anti-pilling. But they have this in a 3-weight, guys. I got it in the 4 in the worsted weight. It's not as big of a skein as what Heartland's is, but it feels very, very, very similar. So I really need to try this out. But if it doesn't have as much give, but when I'm looking at it looks so similar. It looks so similar. So I'm kind of excited about that. But we'll see. But what I'm excited about is they have a 3-weight. And I know if the 4 doesn't work, the 3 would work. And they have buku colors in it. So I'm excited about that. But yeah, I wish that companies wouldn't do that. They get us all happy about the yarn and then they do away with it. Let's see here. Cheri's working on that Taylor Swift dress. You'll have to share a picture. Did you share a picture? I want to see it. Sarah says, right now I'm knitting dishcloths from markets. I sold another 6 today, so I need to stock up, and I have 3 more big balls of cotton yet. You are selling the poo-poo out of those. I love me a good dishcloth, though, so I can understand. Yeah, it is Library in Heartland. I've never made a towel hanger. I need to do that. I've never done it. Guys, I've never done that. I need to do it. I think I talked about that before. Wendy says, I'm still working between hats and NICU and the Afghan. I'm going in between. I'm going to go slower because I think that might help. Where it sleets at night, then rains now. Ooh, snow. Oh, Cindy, be safe. That sounds like yucky, yucky weather. Sandy says, has anyone used the Karen Colorama Halo? And I have, actually. Sandy, I liked it. I just bought one and noticed it's a 5-weight. I know it is. I did use it, and it makes a very nice hat. I made 2 hats, and I used it for what else did I use it on? I used it on a sweater for a bear that I sent away too. So no, I did like a set of 2. I took them and did like striping with that, but it's really soft and does really well. And I did it on the 48, not even the 36. So even though it's a 5. No, it's different. I'll have to show you a picture, Sandy, because I think now the ones that you have, because the ones that I had were the Ogo, but it's the same yarn. And it had like the what do I want to say? What's the word you're looking for? I can't think. Like where the colors like blended to each other. What is the word? Cheri bant? I don't know. But I just separated it and made it into different cakes, and then I did stripes for the sweater. It was a sweater bear. I did a girl and a boy one, and it was used in an auction at a church that my mom's church that she attended to raise money for their school. After she passed, I did that for them. But I can't remember what's the word I'm using. Oh my gosh, I don't know. Yes, I think maybe you might be right. No, it's an acrylic. It's an acrylic, Wendy. Now but see, polyester is actually plastic too. But I will tell you the chenille is polyester. I think all the chenille is polyester, but this is acrylic. Yeah. No, that's not the word. What is it? Like, like we're at like the great, like, I can't think of what it's called. Ooh. Okay, my brain is not. Sandy's like, Cheri, just get with the program. No, she's not, guys. She's not saying that. Let's see. Cheri says, no pictures yet. It's on. Oh, it's in pieces. Okay, gotcha. Well, then you have to like put it together. I got ya. I understand. Alice says gradient. Yes, that's exactly what I'm thinking, but that's not the word that I want to use. But I don't know. Yeah. Alice from Woonsocket, how are you, my friend? Connie says, I've used the Halo yarns for bears and machines loved it. Yes, it's super soft. So the only thing is like some of that real fuzzy yarn, they weight it a 5 just because of how fuzzy it is. But well, even like the pipsqueak yarn, it does okay in the Addies. And that's this stuff over here because I've made pom-poms with it. This is like, this you would not think, and this is polyester. This here, this pipsqueak yarn, this is polyester. See, but and I think this is a 5, but you can use it in the Addies. I probably wouldn't use it in the 48, but I've used this in the Addie with no issues. So, but see, they weight it because of how it, either knits up in a gauge or whatever. I don't know. You're not. She is not mean to me. She's not at all. Not at all. I'm just making that up because it's funny. Or at least I think it's funny. She's probably like, it's not funny, Cheri. So you think my Addie's going to get through this project? Oh, no. It's not loving it for sure. Yes, Dorothy, I do hate it. And the older I get, the worse that gets. Not being able to think of what I'm trying to say or like say what I'm thinking. That's it. No, not variegated. It's like when the colors like, and in a gradient is the right word. But however, if that's not what I'm thinking. Yeah, variegated's not it either. You guys are like gonna think that I don't know. I know I'm looking at yarn because I know I have a yarn that says it on it. It's all right. We'll think of it later when I'm off. Ombre, thank you, Sarah. Thank you. Sarah Randall for the win. Sandy said it too. Jill said it too. You guys, thank you. Finally, you are my brain. My brain. Or you're my mouth. One of the two. I don't know. But that's it. Ombre. That's what I was thinking. But it was an Ogo with the halo, the colorama, whatever. Karen, whatever. It was the Ogo, which they don't do anymore, and you just get it in a cake now. But it's the same yarn. So thank you guys. Yes. Thank you. I love you all so much. Because then it's like, it's so funny when you're trying to think of something. Yeah, that style of bear, like a Paddington bear. Oh, like a yellow, like with the yellow jacket. You should do one, Wendy. You need to do one. You need to. But I love it. I hate it when you can't. I love it that you guys help me because then it like gives me closure on that thought. Do you know what I mean? Otherwise, you're thinking constantly. Like when you're trying to come up with a name or something that you're trying to say, and you can't think of it. Okay, we don't have too much more. You can do it. You can do it. I have to say though, I loved it. Oh wait, and then you remember hours later, yeah, there's nobody to tell, right? That's exactly it, Sandy. That's exactly what. There are times when I get off the live, guys, and then I go home and I'm like, shit, I was gonna say this, and I totally forget to say that, and then and then it drives me nuts, and then I'm like, oh, when I get on next time, I'll remember, and I don't remember. Because I didn't write it down. If I write something down, remember, I will remember it. But yes, that's exactly right. I almost feel like we should all be on a group text. I'm telling you, I think that would be good. Because there are times when I think about all of you and I'm like, I want to tell this person this. And then I kind of feel funny sending you a message. But if it was a text, I'd feel okay doing it. Cynthia says, off topic, the person making dish class, are you knitting with needles? If using a machine, I need to know how. I think you could do a square. like this. This is cotton. This is on the, but I don't know if this is, who was doing them again? Now see, I've lost my mind. This was a square on the 46. I think that this is 32 or 36 rows, I believe. And I use waste yarn and just close the ends. And I think this would work really nice. This is cotton. So I like that, but I bet you could. But yeah, I don't know if they're knitting or whatever. But yeah, we need to know because you're selling them. So share the deets. Because it sounds like you're doing gangbusters with your dishcloths. Do you have a booth? Whoever that person was. Who was it? Guys, who was it? Who was it? Well, it wasn't Sarah, was it? Yeah, it was Sarah. Oh, my brain. Look at that. Knitting with needles. Oh, see. She's... Now you're making us all look bad, Sarah. Because all I've ever done with well, I've done it. Okay, I'm almost done with the blanket. I haven't made anything small. How long do they take you, Sarah, to do one? Because you could do them with the machine. Do they look like this? Probably not. They're probably ribbed or something special. But I think this would work really good, by the way. Okay. Let me go back. Okay, now I see I went back and now I forgot where I was. 6 hours. Yeah, see, that's a long time. I have a, okay, Cynthia says, Sarah, thank you. I have a booth and sell a few. What did she say? They are corner to corner and it depends on if I can sit and knit for a bit. Then you can pump them out. Oh, yay, Cheri, I'm excited. I can't wait to see the picture in the group. I'm excited. I'm excited. Not sure we have that soft cotton. Oh, you don't? Well, we need to get you the stuff that you don't have. I feel bad. Somebody in Australia, I don't know who they were, but they wanted a machine. But then they're like, I can't find any of the things that you talk about on your videos. And I think they were frustrated. I feel really bad. But yeah, it's just like in Canada. And I know this probably drives you crazy too, Sandy. We talk about stuff that we have here in the States and then you can't get it there. And it does, I suppose it happens the other way a little bit because I do see yarn sometimes and I'm like, oh, I have to have that yarn. And I do a little research. I'm like, it's, you know, some other country and I could probably still get it, but because we can usually still get stuff where for whatever reason, maybe that'll change. Maybe soon that won't be that way, hopefully. Or it'll be worse. My machine is not happy, guys. It is not. Not sure. Let's see. Let me see. That was a Hobby. Yes, it was a Hobby Lobby cotton. This was, I love this cotton. Yes. Maybe I should start a, like, can you sell like across, you know, what are they, like the duty free? Can we have like some kind of yarn shop a duty free yarn shop? That's what they should have. So you can come, okay, so you can come over and just get yarn. I think you said that, was it Mary Maxim? Strike is, oh, that's good that the strike's over. That's good. That's good. That's good. That's good. I can't make dishcloths fast enough. It takes me 6 hours to make them. Sell a ton of chickens I make on the, I have not made a chicken. Sandy made a chicken. Have you guys seen the, I need to make a chicken. It's not on my list of things to do though, but I want to do one now that you mentioned that. You shouldn't have mentioned that. Have any of you seen the granny square chickens? Those are kind of cute, guys. Anybody made one of those? The granny square chickens? They're cute. Except for I don't know what they're doing. So they must be, are they making like a double-sided granny square so that you don't see the stuffing? I'm thinking, because, you know, granny squares are generally like see-through. So I haven't really studied it enough. marketing. I need to start selling some of my pieces. We need to interview. I need to interview some of you. We need to just like have a chat. If you're willing to share, we should do that. We should do like a, if any of you are open to that, I think it'd be fun. Wendy's offering up some cotton, Sandy. Sandy made pearl and purposely did the pearl side out. I love that. I liked it. It was cute. I loved it. See, there are times, guys, I will tell you, I know everybody, like somebody will make a hat when they're first starting and then they'll leave it pearl side out and then they'll be like, everybody's like, oh, that's beautiful, but you know, that's wrong. But there are times where I will say that some of the yarn looks better pearl side than knit side, I think personally. So I'm just going to put that out there into the world. Doesn't always have to be the way that everybody thinks it should be. But yes, I love that. I love it. I love it. Chickens are fun. They're fuzzy halo yarn. Oh yeah, that'd be cute. I know. Weren't you going to do a chicken, Wendy? Didn't you get the yarn for doing a chicken? Oh yeah. Okay. I swear I didn't see that comment. And then I look up and it's, yeah, that's so funny. Okay, let me get this thing finished because this wasn't even like an adult hat. It's hanging up on my cake. We got about 10 more to go. 10 more rows. It keeps hanging up. Let me flip it over. Owsies. Oh, gosh. I was thinking about getting one of the plastic bags, the bog bags, and getting the little insert. I'm still thinking about it. Actually, did you hear that? Ignore that sound. Actually, I did order one of the things that holds your, that spins, but that's more for crochet, I think. But I probably could use it for this. Probably could. It's gonna do it again. I can feel it. I can feel it. Just going slower. Because if you try to push it too hard with it in the situation that it's in, that's why I'm getting it popping. All right, we're almost there. This cake is tangling. 97. 8. The last one. There we goes. You know what? I have to get more scissors for Wednesday. I just remembered that. I don't have enough scissors for my workshop. I got to get some more. I'm going to go buy some. I was going to do that and I forgot. I was going to order them actually and I forgot. Because I didn't write it down. Shauna! Yeah! Hello, Shauna. How are you? Southpaw Fiber Arts. I'm just finishing up. Making a little one. We're making a halvesy hat. Halvesy hat. It's quiet in here today. My neighbor's not here. I know he probably gets upset with me. Too bad, because I'm kind of loud. So I wasn't going to buy that cover story yarn, and I thought about it. I looked at it. I saw that, I don't know where I saw somebody had posted something about it. And I'm like, oh, I'd kind of, did I miss one? I don't think I did. No, it just didn't. It just, No. Oh, I said that and somebody's here now. I can hear him in the hall. But then we had to go to Walmart for, I don't remember what for. We had to get something. What did I have to get? I had to get something. And then I walked by it. I couldn't resist. And I have to tell you, I was looking through my, just looking back, guys, because I don't know if you all have done this. Maybe you all have, and I just, I didn't think about it. But I was listening to a podcast, and they were talking about, it was like what happened this past year in 2024. So it was like, what all happened? What were your top 10 things? And I thought, I should because Astrid, my granddaughter, was born. Oh, yeah. If you want a attention guide, go there. Shawnee's place. I can't, whatever, you guys. But she was born in March. So there was that. I did the, okay, I'm good. I did the pitch, guys, and I won the pitch, back there, the money for the Crank and Create, starting that business, which was kind of a big deal for me. That was kind of like a learning thing. A big learning thing. We did Knit the Bridge. I contacted them, sent them an email too, because I want to see if they're doing it again this year. I want to get on that project if they're doing it before it's like, here you have, just whatever weeks. Because I might want to do, I don't know. But anyways, I did Knit the Bridge. We did that. Obviously, I had to get rid of the craft camper, which I miss it. I miss my craft camper, guys. I'm not going to lie, I do. Even though I have a bigger space here, I miss that space. But, and then we had to do, we got this. So we got the studio, which was a big thing. And then the move, that we had no plans of doing at all. So it's kind of been a crazy year for us. But anyways, I was looking through, just looking back at pictures, because my mind couldn't remember everything. You kind of just deal with life, and you don't really, I don't reflect. I'm always chasing a lot of times. I don't sit down to be just grateful for what I have sometimes, and what I've been through, and how, I've been taken care of, and it's all been good. Not always is it the good that we always expect, but in the end, it always ends up being good. In the moment, it doesn't. When I thought we were going to be homeless, I didn't think that was good. But then we found the house we're in so quickly, and it all worked out. And but anyways, so I was looking at pictures, and I thought that I had started the knitted blanket project that I'm working on right now, a whip that I've been working on forever. I thought I started it last year. I didn't. I started it in 2023. I'm like, shit, I've been working on that blanket forever. I got to get that one done. But then I go and get more yarn to make a blanket because I'm bad. Yes. But that's okay. But it's funny. I'm like, I need more Joann's bags. So this is kind of what this. So I put a goal in my planner. I want a sewing machine. I have my mother-in-law's sewing machine. I need to get it taken in and have it gone through. I need to do that, or I need a new one, or both, right? But anyways, because I want to learn how to make bags on a sewing machine. I just want to make bags. And then the bags can hold all my yarn stuff. This is my thought. So my goal before the end of the year is that I can learn how to sew on a sewing machine too. And I can make bags, maybe at least one bag. So yes. Oh, let's see. Sarah says, Cheri, I have blanket squares to put together that started before my son was born. He's now 9. Don't tell me this. Is that going to be me? It probably is. It's going to be me. Because guys, really, I'm young. I'm young. No, I'm not young. I'm young when it comes to knitting, crochet, and crank knitting. I haven't been doing it that long. Some of you have been doing it for years and years and years, and not me. Yeah, it's been, now it was 2022 when I started. So it's been a little while, but I still feel very new at all of this. I'm learning, but I still feel like a newbie. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Sorry, I don't mean to clear my throat like on the live. That drives me nuts when my husband does it in the phone. Jane says, why does some foreplay do great in my machine and others don't? Is there a trick? It's just the yarn. Sometimes that's just the way it is. Some yarn, if it's soft and squishy, it does better than if it's a little stiffer. Then it just can't drop off. Really, ultimately what it comes down to is if it's struggling like it does a tuck, really if it's a tuck, not so much a drop. Like if it's too thick, it will drop as well. Oh, thank you to whoever just did the membership. I appreciate you. Who was that? It won't show me. It will down here probably. Jane, thank you. But what happens is, yay, thank you. Thank you for that. You are now green. Appreciate you. Now it popped up. But if you look at the needles, like the one, let me show this up close. Okay. So you're looking, here's your, whether it be the 48 pin or whatever, is you're cranking. Let me do this without I'm cranking, right? Cranking like this. So here's our number 1 pin. Here's our, 46 pin or whatever. As you're cranking and it's going by, what's happening most of the time, if the yarn is not a good yarn for the machine, it's not dropping off the two little like pins here. It doesn't drop off. Like it doesn't like knit properly, and it'll hang up like right here, like right in here. The yarn will hang up, and then that's when you get the popping. A lot of times that was not happening right now when I was doing it, because it's actually slipping gears because I have gears that are bad. But if the yarn is an issue, like the yarn itself, it's an issue and not your machine, it's because it won't drop properly. So there has to be enough give. So sometimes I will say, if your cast on is too tight, even on the bigger machines, usually it can work itself out if it's the initial cast on is too tight. And if you get it too tight and you start cranking, it's cranking really hard and then it loosens up, you're probably casting on a little too snug. But what can happen if you're not using a tension guide, like Shauna's tension guide here, and you're hand tensioning, you can start to put too much tension on it again anywhere in your tube, and it can start to get your machine in a bind. And if you get your machine in a bind, that's what happens with the 22 pin machines, whether it be the Centro or the Addy. They more easily get in a bind is what happens. And then it like pulls on the pins. Things don't drop off the way that they should and knit smoothly. And when that happens and it gets in a bind, then you'll get the popping. And you just have to be really careful, because one, you can break a needle, or you can strip a gear. And the needle can be replaced on either the Centro or the Addy, but a gear gets a little bit more involved. Like right now, I need to get the whole main gear in this one because I have two that are, and it's just something broke in the machine. And I can tell you over time, depending on how they're kept, and see, I kept all of my stuff out in my craft camper. So, and it was not air conditioned. So it got hot in there. So the plastic with heat, I just don't think it probably does really well. So that has, how the life of your machine will depend on how it's kept too. But anyways, yes, some of the yarn, it just doesn't like it. And what you'll find is it'll do okay. You might have the same kind of yarn, but a different color of yarn, and the color might make a difference on how it does. You might have one color that does really well and one that doesn't. Sandy says Red Heart Super Saver is not a good yarn for the, yes, not at all. Red Heart Super Saver, it just doesn't. It's because it's a hardy yarn for like crochet and knit, and it'll last you for freaking ever. It's a very hardy yarn. It's a good quality yarn, but it's not good for the machines. It's just too stiff. There's not enough give, not enough stretch in it. But a test for what yarn will do really well, another one I'll tell you is, not always this is the case, but like this is Lion Bree and Heartland. And if I stretch Lion Bree and Heartland, it doesn't get out of shape too much. It kind of keeps its shape. So it has a little bit more stretch, a little bit more bounce to it. And I don't know if that's the way the fibers are, the way that they wind it or what. But because of that, it does better. That's the kind of like the secret sauce. If it's a little stretchier, now this is a 3-weight. I will tell you guys, a DK 3-weight yarn I honestly believe a DK should never be a problem in these machines. It would only be I would think that you would never, ever, 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 ever have an issue with a 3-weight. Now I say that and I could be wrong. I've never, ever, ever had an issue with any 3-weight yarn ever. And you think it's too thin for a hat, but this is a 3-weight. I believe is the Colorama 3-weight or Color Fusion. I mean, yes, it's a 3 light and it still makes a really nice hat because we're doing a double layer. So it's so very warm. So if your machine's problematic, just get a DK weight. Don't even mess with the worsteds. I would just go DK. Because there's a lot of really nice DK weights, more so in other countries than in ours. I find that's why I'm excited about Premier having a good line of DK weight, because it's it's a good weight yarn for doing hats and things. Now I haven't done any stuffed animals with it, and I'm going to do some tests with that. Oh, I got it. Did I did. I tied it. Oh, let's see. Let me go down here. Sandy sewing machine. I want a sewing machine. Claire, will you have a very nice rest of your day? She worked on a blanket for 30 years. Was it, Wendy, was it like like a quilt, or was it something that she was knitting? But you're the one who brought us together. Oh, Sarah, you're so sweet. Yes, welcome, Jane. Okay, let me get this done here because I'm going to sit here and I need to get moving. I can talk to you guys all day. Where am I at? Let me get my little tails together here. There we go. I think this will be cute. It's so cute. It's going to be cute. And I'm probably going to make a couple more of these too. I'm missing all of your stuff here. Let me go all the way down. Hand-dyed pieces, quilts, all hand-dyed. Oh, I got you. Oh, that's cool. Craft Magic says, I have so much variegated. I love this yarn. I was hoping to use up my stash too. Yeah, some of it just doesn't do. I will tell you though, if you go slow and get yourself some good weights, go slow, good weights. I mean, there are tricks that you can do it. It's very hard on your machine and your patience. But there are things you can do. Yeah, look at this happens sometimes. I want to talk about this. I thought it was cinched on the outside, but it does the pucker. Can you see that? And if I tie that off and then this pops back through, then you've got a big opening there. And if I want this to be reversible, then that's not a good thing. So I have to go back and make sure that this is tucked properly or tightened properly because it got tucked. But on this side, it looked fine. So you always need to check on the inside and make sure that you don't have a pucker on the inside. There we go. Let me get rid of some of my tail here. Lord knows I have too much of it. Ha ha ha. Jokes. Okay. Do 3 on this one. All right, so let's tuck this guy. Hello to you. Is it Bettina? Bettina. I like it. Whoop. But yeah, I love this yarn from Hobby Lobby. Is the classic one that is an issue. Because it's definitely like heavier. It's a heavy yarn. You know what? I'm going to do this here really quick. I didn't get it over my little thing. Do this. Since this is going to be double layer and I'm not going to put a pom-pom on it. It's going to be pom-pom-less. And I shall tuck it. And then we will be done. I think this is the perfect size for a toddler. good. Okay. So we have a halvesy hat and it's reversible. And you could for like a little kid, this was 100, so you can see. But I was going to do it brimless, but you could for like a little, like a baby, like I would say 2-year-old maybe, I think. That's what my guess would be. I think this would fit Astrid just nice. It might even be a little long, but to show you like adultish. See, no brim. This would be no brim to kind of give you an idea. And it's a little bigger. But this is super, super stretchy yarn here too. So where this is a little tighter. So that turned out really nice. Oh, here, let me go this way. Thank you, Dorothy. Because I want to do some for the women's. There's like a, what do I want to say? Can't think. I want to say the women's home, but it's like a shelter and they have kids. And I want to do just some like this, some with brims. So yeah, I think it turned out okay. I think it turned out good. Well, that's all I got for you. Addie hates it even with tetra gags and chokes. Yes, Shauna. Yeah, the variegated. I will tell you. Let me show you guys one from. I'm thinking that this, and I think we saw somebody in the group use Premier. Was it the Just yarn? It was like the big cake. I saw that after. I don't know if it was this kind or not. I'm going to see how this does. But this here, this is the basic multi. It feels different than, but it reminds me of, I love this yarn for sure. Like the feel. If you look at it, it just has that same. So I'm having a feeling that this might not do so well, even though I like it. I don't know though, because I have, let me see if I have some. I love this yarn. Like, I know that I do. Hold on, don't go anywhere. I'm almost done. Yeah, let me grab some. I want to show you the comparison. Okay, I'm back. All right, so it's, you know what? I think it might be better because it looks thinner. Let me show you. Let's go up here. Let me go here. Okay, let me stand up and show you. Okay, so this is, I love this yarn in green. I know that it is because I did it. I used it for a project for 3 Magic Sheep Co. So this is what it looks like. It's got the sheen. And now every one of them is different. Like Shauna said, the variegated or the colored, the patterned yarns. But see, this is definitely thinner. So it might do okay. So now I'm excited. See, look at the comparison. I don't know if you can see that. This one is definitely thinner. It might do all right, guys. I don't know. I'm excited. I need to try it. So we'll have to do that. It's on my list of things to do. This week's busy though. So yeah. All right. So that's all I got. That's it. That's all I got. So Thursday I'll be back again. I'll be back again and live at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So, and we'll do the giveaway. Then we'll do a membership giveaway too. So we'll do that as well. Yeah. So I'm so glad that you guys were here. Thank you for popping in, Sandy. I know that you had things going on today and I just really appreciate you. And I'm sorry if I missed questions or whatever. I apologize. I can't read them all, but I love you guys. And thank you for hanging out with me while I made it. And remember, stay cranky, be safe, be warm. Megan, be careful. Okay. Don't get stuck again and stay warm, my friend. All right. We'll see you guys later. See you Thursday. Bye everybody. Have a good one. Stay cranky. Go make something. Bye-bye. See ya.